Wraith King and Clockwork. Right, I just want to see if my stream is live again. I can't see anyone in chat having said anything, but who knows? You can hear me. I need to reload OBS. OBS Ninja. There we go. I can see you again. Yeah. So unfortunately, there's been some internet problems in my area, and they still haven't been able to solve them, or at least what's going on with our internet. And last night, all of this morning, I didn't have a single drop, so I thought, oh, it's probably fine, it's all fixed, right? And then obviously it happens to drop the second I start an in-house, but hopefully that will be the last time it does drop. So anyway, if anyone's in the stream can hear me, can we just confirm that my stream is indeed live again? I have reconnected. I can't actually enter the chat. I'm not reconnected to my Steam chat. Anyway, we'll have a look at the draft and we can talk about that while whoa, that was quick.
Into it, I think it's fine. Like, I can see the stream all right.
Okay, I think I've reconnected to chat now. So I would have missed anything people said earlier, but now it should be fine. I'm just going to type in a quick test message to see if that comes up on my stream. See if it's all loaded. I typed it in, but I'm not sure if it has loaded onto the stream. But anyway, I think the stream's live. You say it's live, so that's good.
10 seconds
okay, let's have a look what we've got. So Wraith King also has double stun for the Grimstroke 2. Pretty
5 seconds
common
remaining.
core. Good against Legion in some ways. Quite hard to... you know, if Legion gets the dual kill, Wraith King just comes back to life, but you still feed the dual damage, which is not ideal. Gyro against Wraith King? Not sure.
Yeah, I think Wraith King's also generally tanky enough that Legion can't get an easily dual pick off them.
Not in the early game. If Legion ends up a bit farmed, then yes, because Wraith King doesn't have a lot of armor unless he builds Assault Cuirass. So I think he's going to have to build that at some point. But then he can die quite quickly to Mystic Flare. So I think he's got to be careful, to be honest, this game. Yeah, you don't want to feed dual damage unnecessarily, even though you do come back to life. So we'll see.
10 seconds remaining.
We're very much like early game able to just dive in on one hero really quickly, just blow them up.
Yeah.
Got to look out for that, but you didn't have got heroes who, you know, moderately burst resistant.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes. Timbersaw, I guess there are two strength heroes on the dire team. Is a tanky hero, not going to die that easily to Legion Commander Duel unless some break is picked up as well. So yeah, I can see the effectiveness of Timbersaw here. We saw it do so well last time. Yes, you can do. You can even go Shadowblade, just regular Shadowblade on Legion can be good to secure the duels, but it's a little bit less reliable because if they see you coming, then they can easily throw crowd control on you. It doesn't close the gap that quickly as well, but it does allow for some surprise duels that can get a lot of damage off. So
it's probably also good if you don't have any other Invis heroes on your team. Sort of kind of forces the enemy team to buy a lot of sentries.
Yeah, more than they usually would, an extra dust, and you're making the other team spend money that they wouldn't have to. So it kind of pays for itself a little bit like that. The stats
also get a nice few stats to help. Yeah.
Well, it's got some stats, damage and attack speed, but not a lot for the cost. So, but a bit of extra burst on your first attack, that definitely helps. Well, the reserve times are low for both teams. They have to pick a final hero. We're assuming it's mid laners which need to go. Pos 4 Clockwork. Ooh, with Pos 5 Skyrath? It's weird, the dire team. Not entirely sure how their lineup's going to pan out.
It'll be Skyrath versus be a Grim or a Lion in the offlane. I think you'd probably put the Grim there.
Yeah.
I think the Skyrath wins it.
Went for Clinks. Okay, high damage. Quite tanky hero, actually, because if you've got Dark Pact up, I don't think a Legion's going to insta-kill you. You also don't fire Searing Arrows when you're dueled, and therefore you're not going to do... Well, it's a spell, isn't it? So when you're dueled,
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think you're muted, right? You're silenced. You can't cast Searing Arrows.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think Clinks makes sense. Quite a hard hero to instantly pick off. Yes, he gets trapped by Clockwork, so I don't know if you go Hurricane Pike or 4-star for anything. I think you just buy BKB and just man up. But we'll see. I like the Clinks pick. I think it can work. And the Dire, their final pick is Bloodseeker.
Choose your hero.
Quite good against Timber. Timber's tanky, but then he can't run away anywhere. He can't chain. Can murder Lion and Grimstroke quite easily. Quite a lot of crowd control, though, so Bloodseeker might not be able to get so many easy kills that he hopes for. So we'll see. Wraith King's good against Bloodseeker because if you die, then you're alive again. Rupture's not there. So I think Reddit might be okay against him. We'll see.
Team just not choosing the heroes yet. Oh, there we go. Out of 5.
Yeah, they're really taking their time to decide who's playing what.
10
I've
seconds
not seen that
remaining.
Clockwork scheme before, but that is terrifying.
I think that's
5
one of the
seconds
Halloween dietide ones.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty cool. He's holding his head and he's got his brain in a jar, but yeah. Still.
No, that's not a said. That's the immortal.
Okay.
Just like some little hook thing.
Right, fair enough. Right, well, the game's taken quite a while to actually start for whatever reason. There we go.
There we go.
Cool. So I think, yeah, Super Noodles is having some connectivity issues at the moment, so hopefully they sort of stop or subside. And we are in to the game. So here we go. I think I think I can still do player
Prepare
cams
for battle.
even without my stream deck. I'm just gonna have to manually toggle a few things on and off. So toggle on the cam border, there we go, and toggle on the camera. Starting with Nat, there we go. Yeah, hopefully my internet doesn't break any more times because that will be quite annoying. It says a player has paused the game.
Yeah.
Wonder why it doesn't say which players paused it.
Yeah.
It'd just be better if they told
Just-
us.
Yes.
I'll help my allies where I can.
Looks very interesting what the Radiant are doing for lanes. Looks like the Timbersaur's going safe. Clink's seemingly going off lane. Leave the Wraith King mid.
Wraith King's bought some tangos though. But so is the Clinks.
Only one stack. He's got his own observer though on the Wraith King.
No one has shared tangos. Every single hero has bought their own tangos.
And the Radiant, yeah, there's quite a few going along the dial. 2 for the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, which is interesting. We have a few people betting on this game. You can see, just clicking my refresh overlays button, just in case that fixes anything. There we go. So about 500 points bet on each team. I don't know if you've ever had the misfortune of having to lane against the Clinks in non-mid, in a side lane. It is so annoying having to deal with a hero who just pumps out this 625 attack range. Level 1, it's doing 70 damage a hit with Searing Arrows. It's so obnoxious. It costs 12 mana, which means he can cast like 30 of them before going in.
Started playing him safe laning ranked, and it's kind of fun to be the Clinks in the lane.
Yeah, you just don't unfortunately farm that quickly. You don't have any way to flash farm.
Yeah, I think all you really need to do though is get the Orchid. Just run around hitting people.
You do an Orchid, so you play him like an assassin, get that silence up.
Yeah.
Also gives him mana regen, which is quite nice. I know alternatives are to rush Desolator, and then even a Solar Crest, to just do as much damage as you can. Orchid's nice to assassinate people. But I think...
Doing alright then?
My internet isn't working, but I've spoken to both teams, and Royds was going to pick if the roles had been reversed anyway. If Jackass had been playing, he would have been picked first instead of me. Or if we'd been replaced anyway. So
Yeah.
Jackass is going to come in. They're just going to go into all pick the same heroes, and then just start.
Okay.
Is that okay with?
Yeah, yeah.
you?
Who's he playing Clockwork?
I think that the other team have said that they can kind of change the heroes around as long as it's the same 5 heroes, just the heroes.
Oh, same
players
heroes,
might
just
be
players
playing
can play.
different
Yeah.
heroes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Cool.
We'll do that. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Sorry about your internet. Right.
then.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but at least we were able to swap quickly. I know we're half an hour in at the moment, but we've got the drafting done. We just need to get into the lobby and very quickly go and restart. Cancel prediction. All right, thanks, Karen. Everyone gets their points back. Okay, who are we waiting for in the lobby? Jackass?
Yep.
Here he is. Let's go. Karen hosting the lobby as well as doing all the predictions in a regular role.
And being a player.
Yeah. 572 players looking for a coach. You know what, I might do some time. I might
All pick.
stream some coaching. Could be interesting.
Yeah. Be nice if coaching gained you like 1 rank queue game. 1 rank raw queue.
Oh, that'd be cool. Gaining role keys. That's a really good idea.
Grimstroke.
Right, after we do all this, then I'll make another stream marker and we're ready to go.
Lion.
Just have to watch some animation for every hero being picked again for some reason. Oh, the Dire have forgotten their heroes.
Just wait until the end. Maybe they're just negotiating with Jackass.
Ah, which hero does he want to play? So he had Bloodseeker, Clockwork, Legion Commander, and Clinks.
Clinks, Gyrocopter.
Oh, Gyrocopter, yeah.
Legion, Gyro.
He Clinks on the Radiant team. And whoa, the Legion Commander has become 10 times edgier. So yeah, a bit of a swap around. Jack is now on the Gyrocopter, okay. And the prediction is now restarted. So same draft for everyone to predict on, but you've got to predict on Jack S instead of predicting on Super Noodles. And here we go. Now I can create a stream marker. I know Brex loves his big red wings on Skyrath. I do think they look quite cool. Alright, so good to go again. Will there be any different lanes this time? Nope, Nat's still going in the bot lane. You've still got Wraith King mid.
They're doing a tri-lane top now.
Tri-lane? Interesting. Tri-lane with 3 ranged heroes is going to be so oppressive. Well, especially when you've got, what, Clockwork and Gyro. Gyro's attack range is 365, which is not really ranged, is it?
Not too much.
Please can you drag Void into our channel?
They want a coach?
And watch the F1 qualifier I'm streaming. Yeah, he can go watch my Twitch. It's fine.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, Jack's free to stream on Twitch if he wants to. But
They mean F1 racing, yeah.
wait, so Jack is streaming another stream at the same time.
Yeah, into Discord.
Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah.
The battle begins for good and all.
I'll server mute him so they can't do any funny business. I'm going to just do that.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to give him the server mute and the server deafen. So he's got... There you go. So now that
Yeah, no, Grim's going partner.
he's server muted, so he's got no chance of being unmuted. So foul play absolutely cannot happen. Okay. So yeah, Timbersaw took a bit of damage there. You're right, they are moving Grimstroke there, which does create Grimstroke and Timbersaw safe lane. Is that going to work against Legion Commander? I mean, Timbersaw has a lot of regen, but needs reactive armor first.
And like, the Skies can probably just harass with Concussive Blast. Drops. Still damage there, but there's fight happening top.
Wow, this
Block
could
from
actually going to go
Royce.
first blood. I mean, that's the power. Gyro and Clockwork, they sort of synergize in a way of like the lore. They're both sort of little mini men in machines, and quite a deadly combo.
Keen.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
I mean, the power of Battery Assault and Rocket Barrage, they're both incredibly powerful spells at level 1. Really, really high amounts of damage. So obviously
Little
just too
close
much.
range ones.
Yes, they are. You have to go straight on top of people. This is a very weird mid lane. Wraith King versus Bloodseeker. I'm not sure who this favours, to be honest, because Bloodseeker can do a large amount of damage. It also has some built-in healing. And so does Wraith King in a way. And I'm not sure Kinder can deal with large amounts of skeletons running at him.
You can just sort of hit the Wraith King to get the move speed and run away, maybe.
Problem with Clinks, you can't use Seeing Arrows to deny. That could be a kill here on Jackass. Not quite. He's taking a lot of damage though. And no regen. Absolutely no regen. He's sending a salve in. This would be a great chance to try and get a kill on the courier, but Royd's already getting a great pull off. Managed to get a few denies there. Cheeky last hit too. It's going to be a lot of combat in that lane. Karen taking a fair bit of damage from Brex is going to be okay. Has an early magic stick. Slow onto Brex. Timbersaw just doing some damage.
But they might be going for another kill top.
Wow, as soon as I looked up, immediately there was another kill. I don't think they have the means to kill Luskadoo this close to the tower. Mid lane is not going to be that exciting, I don't feel. But I think...
Bot lane's going to be a lot of just... not to die.
Spell
from the
harassment.
supports.
Yeah, Karen needs to be careful not to die, but I don't feel like Nat's in any danger. When he's maxed out his reactive armor charges, there's no way Skyrath can hurt him. Or not enough anyway. Yeah, mid lane's pretty boring. So, Brex doing the Brex things, waiting for couriers. There's a ping there. Karen knows that Brex is there. Perfect D-ward from Karen. 12 gold.
So that's a lot. I thought it would be less in the early game.
Yeah, it is, but it's still a lot. Or somewhat with a powerful deny. Always good to deny your own brother. Top lane, another fight going on. He would get trapped in the cogs. Look at Royd's already has a dust. Because they want to kill the Clinks. But the Juju actually doesn't even have Skeleton Walk yet, so... But he is ready for when he does have it. If I was playing Debate Mill, I reckon I would probably have been leveling up Mortal Strike. Because you're getting Mortal Strikes off, aren't you, every single time. Maybe you can kill him.
True, but I suppose
it's getting close.
Quick Spirit does help. Oh, it's just not fast enough.
Because Bloodseeker's too quick. Virgin Median needs to get in the bin. Yeah, well, my BT internet is not a lot better, to be honest.
It tends to be more reliable.
It's been reliable in Bath, but out here in the countryside, we've had inexplainable problems, and they cannot fix it. They keep going, we'll send someone around, and then they never send anyone around. So, you know. But
I think that's just a countryside thing.
Yeah, we make do what we can. It's the benefit of being situated in the lovely Cotswolds. You can't have everything in life. And streaming from my laptop is always a bit tricky, but it's doable. Ooh, Debate now. Just going to pop a salve right in front of Kinder's face. Blood right. Not going to do anything because Debate has a haste rune. It's weird seeing two mid laners, neither of which need bottle. So runes are just like kind of optional. Both have so much built-in heal. But look at the last hits. Kinder doing a much better job.
Yes, yeah. I think Fifth King very much relies on Mortal Strike to get most of the last hits. Got just about the same damage, but the Bloodseeker's got a faster attack animation.
I wondered why Royds didn't go all in on that kill on Luskadoo, but I realised all he wanted to do was secure the bounty. So 2 bounties a team. Quite a passive early game so far. I mean, a lot of fighting in the top lane, but not that many kills.
Team Commander's been all over the place. Jumping mid, then going through back to bot. Oh, and the dust pays off.
They actually get a kill on top lane. I'm sorry that I missed that, but yeah, nice kill.
It wasn't even under dust, it was just under a sentry ward.
I would have thought level 3 clock could kill, but he finds another kill. Keeps his dust. Clinks only has 14 last hits. I'm surprised he's having such a tough time. They even did a lane swap, but I guess the power of Clockwork and Gyro, they just have so much damage that poor Clinks can't really cope, but he is really struggling in CS there. Mid lane is just mid laners. Bot lane, the Legion's getting a decent amount of farm, but the Timber is getting more. Timber taking
Jericho just
no damage.
got those 2 Wraith Bands at the moment, so that puts his damage a lot more, much more comfortable position.
3 armor as well coming out from that. He also has a decent agi again and base armor, so can survive.
Got 16 armor under the tower.
It's quite a lot, isn't it, for early game? You don't think of Gyro as being one of those really heavily armored heroes, but actually he is. Compared to Wraith King, who has 3 armor. But not in a lot of danger, because if Kind of Surprise goes for a kill with Rupture, Debate Mail will just come back to life. Well, the Rupture does have a much lower cooldown, so maybe he should try for a kill anyway. Dude, he's in a lot of trouble.
Top.
There's no way he lives here. Yeah, absolutely no chance. Didn't even need a dust again. Same sentry. Yeah, Juju is struggling a little bit here. It's a good thing that his team are doing okay. You've got 34 last hits on the Wraith King and also 34 on the Timbersaw. Going phase boot early against Wraith King I think is smart. Getting that extra armor is nice. You no longer get attack speed, do you, from Thirst? It's just move speed. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah. Attack speed on Blood Rage now.
Yeah.
Regeneration.
Oh, Karen got a slow on Brex, but Brex is a very fast hero on Scarith. Even before he gets his boots, he is a speedy hero. Hey Charlie, how you doing? Hope the laptop stream's alright now. Haven't dropped any frames at all, which is nice. And Brex will find the D-Ward, 130 gold.
Run, little bottom tower. Run.
What do you think about Clockwork's Ag Shard, or do you have no opinion?
I don't know. I've never seen it actually used in game yet.
Well, I was told it's one of the better ones, but every time I buy it, I feel like it's just worthless. Legion quite low. There's the Rupture. Can that get away? No, we can't.
Stuns from the Clockwork.
Yeah. Power of the
I think
battery.
the
So.
theory is you use it to scout high ground and stuff.
Yeah, so that you
Get the
can,
flying vision
or you can fly out of your cogs
No arms to defend
as
itself.
well.
as well. But then I feel like getting full staff is better.
Then an Ag Shard.
You're using it just for that.
Well, it's cheaper. Oh, we're going for a gank on Debate Mode, but of course Debate Mode does have Reincarnate, and he's a very fast hero because he has phase boots. That's fast enough for him to maneuver out. Also 315 base speed. Not actually a very slow hero, Wraith King. Just have a look at the levels. Player levels are all pretty even. There's no one hero who stands out. Do have level 6 on the Gyrocopter though. Gets the cooldown. Luskadu is in a lot of trouble. And Royd's got the dust. Found Gigi. Is Gigi going to go down here? Will they dive the base? Yes, because Brex is here. And we'll get the kill. Don't worry, I open the shop. We'll get the kill with his concussive blast.
It's not been a nice top lane for the Radiant.
No, they have really, really struggled here. And Jack, 303. He's a Gyro who's very happy. In fact, he's someone who could go Falcon's Blade. But in fact, you have Falcon's Blade on the Clinks. It does give him a little bit of health, damage, and mana regen. I feel like Gyro is maybe one of the heroes who benefits more than any other from the Falcon's Blade. Because if you have mana regen on Gyro, you can just spam your missile, your rocket barrage as much as possible. Good for farming. Somewhat taking a lot of damage from Timbersaw. Really
it's
painful.
bound to happen.
Yeah. Not a matchup you really want to be dealing with, I don't think. Yeah, Karen in the game, Charlie. She's making her in-house debut. And as promised, she did go off the chat after setting up predictions and such. Kind of weird not seeing Karen in the chat. It's like almost a staple. No channel points for her. Fortunately, Inkswell will not find anyone. And Somewhat is just going to run away. We're at the 10 minutes now. There's 7 kills for the Dire. I didn't actually realize it was so many, but I guess that's the power. The top lane have 5 kills. And there's 1 kill from the Bloodseeker as well.
5, I thought it was 6.
Oh, maybe it is 6. Brex, he actually found another kill. There's a bit of dive going on mid. I think that's the end of Debate Mail. But, of course, he is Wraithing, so he will come back to life. Can they kill him again? That is the question. There's more TPs coming in.
Very
Stun from
probably.
Luskadoo does not catch it on Debate Mail. He's just trying to TP out. He may actually get it. Yeah, Debate Mail does get out. But is his ultimate down? It has a very, very long cooldown.
Still got hit. He didn't go back to base, he just went back to the tier 1.
What was the kill? Brex managed to kill on Karen. I didn't see where that happened, but he didn't even have level 6, so was done without the Mystic Flare. Might have been done with some help from his team. But yes, the Dire with 8 kills and the Radiant with 1, but it's only a 2k gold difference. I mean, look, Debate Mail, 4k net worth, he's doing okay. Nearly 4k net worth on Nap, he's doing fine. It's just Juju who's struggling a lot, but then Somewhat isn't doing, you know, particularly hot on farm himself. Only 41 last hits, so I think the Radiant need to try not to panic as much. The score looks bad, but actually it's not too bad. And when Lion gets level 6, that's pretty much an easy kill opportunity. Debate Mail's just, you know, farming up. It's actually going for a Midas. Bit of a late Midas. He went for Phase Boots and a Bracer first, and now he's going back for Midas.
Suppose, well, he'll get it at sort of 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
Yeah, that would be fine. 12-minute Midas, not a problem. There's a lot of heroes here. Oh, the hook just misses. I think Roy's missed his chance.
Yeah, I think Luskadoo managed to see him there, so...
Oh, but we got the duel.
Already.
Dual Mystic Flare, there we go. There's the second instance, actually. I didn't realise someone already had some dual damage. So he is 003, but he does have 20 damage. And having some damage early is definitely good. A bit of a fight going on here. They managed to get a kill on Kinder Surprise. Luskadoo didn't even commit Finger of Death threat. So if he can drain some mana, he'll be ready to use that for the next kill. There's a lot of damage going to this tower. I think that mid tower can basically say goodbye. You've got these skeletons as well. 34 damage per skeleton. They really hit hard.
Yeah.
Jack is here, Royce is here, but Royce does not have his ultimate. So a lot of heroes here. Juju's going to make the most of the space he's been given, maybe to do a little bit of farming. I wonder what item he'll go for this game. If I was him, maybe a Desolator and then a BKB.
The early kill is what they could go for at the moment, yeah.
Debate Mail does want to go Radiant on the Wraith King, but after the Midas. I'd probably just be going Armlet and Sand in Yasha, but I think Radiance is still a good item.
Oh, yeah. If you're like...
Juju's in trouble.
If you can get away with it.
He got dusted. He almost escaped. Dies just to a right click from Brex. Literally one last right click. I just realised you've actually got 2 good combos on your team, because you've got Clockwork Skywrath, which means Clockwork just hooks, puts the cogs down, and then you Mystic Flare right on top with the silence. So they have a lot of good combos with the Skywrath. So Breck's going to be happy this game. He is 4-1 and has 3 null talismans. So that's good for his mana regen, but also just good for his spell amp, giving him, what, 9% spell amp? Always nice to have.
Yes, Skywrath's going to be one of those new in-house staples for the next couple of weeks.
Probably. He does tend to do that, sort of go in and out of the in-house meta. It looks like instead of going for Rod of Atos, he's actually going for a Veil of Discord, which I believe is an 18% increase in spell damage. So you can consider it 18% spell amp, but that you can apply to your entire team. Clockwork spells hit quite hard. Gyro spells hit quite hard. Bloodseeker's Bloodright hits quite hard. It's quite nice to be able to amplify your team. Oh, the jewel almost went off. We got the cogs in, but I think now it's going to be able to escape. Or maybe not. No, he doesn't. Doesn't find a tree. And here comes the jewel. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it is. Somewhat getting another nice jewel win. But the Rupture's been used. We're actually going to go for another kill. And Karen will go down. Luskadoo, however, managed to get a kill on Brex with the Finger of Death. They took top tower as well. So we've got a lot of heroes with permanent stacks this game. By a lot, I mean a couple.
I do like that. I miss the permanent damage on Clinks.
I don't want that. I feel like that's what Legion does. I don't feel like... I mean, Slark has infinite agi, and Sansa has infinite ints, Pudge has infinite strength. There's a lot of infinites this game now. Underlord used to have infinite damage. I'm glad they didn't give it to everyone. They needed to take it off a few heroes. Oh, we're going on to the Bloodseeker. Kinder is a reasonably tanky hero. Now he's going very fast, 500 move speed. Somewhat does have the blade mail, but it's about to run up. They're turning around and got the hex. He is going to die pretty quickly. Never mind, actually living for a bit. When's the next stun come out from Wraith King? 2 seconds, 1 second. Out comes the stun, but it only lasts 1 second. Is that stun going to be enough? Look at the damage Debate was taking. Thankfully, he does have his ultimate. Tanking up, Nat manages to escape using the chain. But now Jabatemel's ult has been used, but he's still on a lot of HP, taking quite a bit of damage. Nat will find the kill there. Deciding to dive further. Maybe he should just step back.
Well, he had the health regen and the armor.
And that's the power of a frontline Wraith King. You bring him down once, you've got to take him down twice. Yes, he doesn't have much armor, but having to kill the same strength hero twice is never what you want to be doing.
He's only 1,000 gold off the Sacred Relic, so I think, yeah, he's perfectly justified in going for the Radiance here.
If you go Radiance, I feel like you want to build really tanky. Because your job is just to like be in the enemy's face and get that Radiance damage up. So maybe he will go for some Sanj and Yasha Assault Cuirass. Maybe BKB?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think
BKB would be alright.
BKB's quite good against the enemy team. Stops Scarth killing you, stops Clockwork, stops Gyrocopter's damage. Yeah, very useful. So, it's 5-12 at the moment, but actually, the Dire's lead is quite small because Clinks is about the same farm as Somewhat. Jabatemel is a comfortable 1,000 ahead of his mid opponent. So it's all very close. You can see the Dire went for a little smoke. They know Jabatemel's A doesn't have his ult. He goes straight in to get a surprise. But they may still be able to get the kill. Drop the Mystic Flare on top. Perfect Mystic Flare placement from Brex. He got trapped in his feet. Unfortunate about the hook, but in the end it didn't matter. And that's a really nice kill to get, delaying his Sacred Relic even further. And he has Midas on cooldown.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen, and I don't mean in love.
Time.
Royce is playing an absolutely fantastic Clockwork. Like overall. There goes the Jewel. Do we have the damage to kill Nat? We're trying. But Nat's quite a tanky here. In fact, he is okay. He manages to pop his Hood of Insight. He's going to get away. We've managed to get the ult. Double ult coming out from Nooskoob. It's not quite enough to get the kill. Here is Juju trying to do some damage, but Royce is still going to escape. And Kinder, the fast hero, just gets one kill. May go for another. Don't think it's worth diving Nat, but excellent fight from the Dire. Even though they got the Grimstroke, and they got the double finger, it just wasn't enough damage to get any kills. And Kinder just runs out. Yeah, that is right, Charlie. That's the power of Bloodseeker. Rex does have that Veil now. That's 18% spell amp for his whole team on the active. And then he is going to go for an Atos after that. So the Radiant are a little bit behind.
Found in a in triangle.
Roy just ults to a quick cam.
Pick it out.
Yeah, very good. Wow, Roy's really proficient on Clockwork. Clockwork's a hero I like playing a lot, and I find it's quite difficult hero because you have to launch yourself in on POS 4 Clockwork. And I think he was even playing POS 5, and you're very likely to die. You've got a lot of consumables, he's got 2 smokes, he's been buying dust, he's got raindrops, so you do end up quite poor. As you can see, he's only got 3,000 net worth, second lowest net worth, but yet he's still done so well. Only died once this entire game. In fact, that's the least deaths apart from his Gyro, who hasn't died at all. 10 assists already on the Clockwork.
Really liked playing Clockwork as a 3 back in the day, but
yeah, me too.
Really sure how to build that now.
Every time I play Clockwork 3, I feel like I might as well have just played 4. And I don't do much else with the farm. You know, Rush Ags is good, but you can do that even on 4. And Nat, he's going to take so much damage. Look, they use Rupture, they use Duel. Maybe the Rupture was slight overkill. But anyway, a Duel win's a Duel win. 50 damage now on Somewhat. Starting to become a little bit scary. He did go Blade Mail first, and still even managed then to get 50 Duel damage before getting Blink. So
I suppose with something like
we found him, Royds. Got it. There's the dust. I mean, Juju can't get out. Yes, you might have Orchid, but Orchid does not cut it. You need 4 staff. And then Royds is going his own 4 staff anyway. So yeah, it's tough. I agree with Draken in chat. I would just skip Atos if I was playing Skywrath now, because your team have so much lockdown. Do you need an Atos? Maybe just get I don't know, something else.
Kaya.
higher, yeah. Maybe
greedy
start
with it.
getting
Radiant's middle tower is
Aghanim's.
under attack.
I don't feel like you need Orchid on Clinks if you're going to get Falcon's. Like, you don't need Falcon's Blade if you're going to get Orchid. Because
I
Orchid
think
is
because
4
he's so
mana
far
again.
behind. Yeah, I think because it was so far behind, I wouldn't have gone for the Orchid. I would have gone for more direct damage and get involved
Yeah.
in the fights a bit more early.
Me too. This Gyro is 304. He went for Maelstrom and now he's going for Aghanims. He's nearly got Ags. He has just been farming patiently. Look, his farm is going up. They get the ultimate onto Nat. Nat actually tries to TP out, but immediately gets caught by the clockwork. Is that enough damage to kill him? Does just about go down, but now comes out the Grimstroke. Oh, and the Finger Death. There's going to be 1 kill. But Kinder chops through Jabetmo very quickly. However, he does just come back to life, but that's the power of the Wraith King. Karen trying to escape, but in a little bit of danger. Out comes the stun. The stun does go on to the Skywrath, but Kinder, he really does not care about Juju. Gets healed by someone and increased attack speed. There comes out the Jewel, showing the Blink Dagger. And Jabetmo does not have his ultimate, so he's got to be careful. Midas on the way past, very nice. Nice double stun from Muscadoo, but they are still planning on diving. There's no tower here. Look, they're just outside both tower ranges, and Jabetmo is going to go very quickly down. Kinder has only got a Maelstrom and a Mithril Hammer, but yet the amount of damage he does seems insane.
By the gods, the
Suppose he's sort of hitting hard enough and enough times with the
what a brave tower.
the attack. That really doesn't matter too much.
That's true.
We're dealing very nearly 200 damage per attack before reductions.
I think I found a typo. Or no, I haven't. How do you spell the word threshold?
Threshold.
But look at thirst. Look on the thirst tooltip. Look at the first line of the stats.
I think there's supposed to be 1H there.
Yeah, me too. I just wasn't sure if I was wrong. I think they've made a typo. I don't know if anyone's caught that before, but anyway, fix your game, please. It's in beta. It's fine. It will come out of beta one day. Oh, Jabetmo, you've walked to the wrong neighborhood, but he just walks out. He's fine. He's very close to Radiance. Then he'll go Radiance Blink Dagger.
Once Wraith King hits level 18, he's not really in that sort of danger anymore, just because we basically always have Reincarnation up.
Pretty much every fight you'll have it. Sometimes even twice in one fight if the fight goes on long enough. So, Dire have the lead. You can see it's 6-21, 9k gold advantage. Their cores are more farmed because this poor Clinks is still struggling to do enough damage in the team fight. And he's only going for BKB. BKB does not give him a lot of damage. He's level 12 when he's got to deal with level 15 cores. So it is a bit of a struggle. But I feel like the Dire, they need to be pushing their advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to find Karen. But Roy, gets silenced. I think Karen's in a lot of danger though, however. I hear him blink in. They're going to go on to Nat. Nat's very tanky here, but they still have enough damage. Karen is now caught right in the middle of the crossfire. He does immediately get taken out. Jabetmo, he is being chased. There goes number 1 ult. And life number 2 does not have blink. That gets immediately put into the cogs, gets silenced. Look how much damage they have on the Dire team. Brex ends up with the double kill. He has 10 kills, Brex. 10-2-4 on the Skywrath support. He is going for Aghanims instead of Atos. I think he has understood what we have in chat. Also has a Nethershore which is 8% spell damage, so he has a lot. Why is it called spell damage, not spell amp? Oh no, it's so inconsistent. Yeah, so close to Radiance every time, I agree. It's going to turn my game volume down a bit. It's way too loud.
If I were Jabetmo at the moment, I'd be tempted. Just maybe even build it into a nullifier. Start fighting some more. Get those constant purges on a team who's got Blood Rage and press the attack.
I think he's still going to go for Radiance though. I can't see him going for anything else.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
Making the most of his Midas. His net worth is still not too bad, but this Gyro has just been patiently farming. Hasn't died the entire game. 308. Most farm in the game.
It's
Going
been
for
just
that.
a brilliant game for Jack.
It has. He's going for that tanky Gyro build, which seems to be really common. Sometimes an optional Maelstrom just for a little bit of damage. And then you just get the Aghanims, you get the BKB, you get the Sanjin Yasha, you get Butterfly eventually. You just build him really durable, really.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
How often does his Aghanims attack? I've forgotten. 1.2.
1.2.
Yeah. So it's not super fast.
is the weakest tower.
I think sort of
Tower is under attack.
it's effective to like a huge amount of attack speed.
Yeah, plus it has 700 attack range, which is almost double his normal attack range. And it fires
And the
even
fact-
while you're stunned.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing.
You can lifesteal when you're stunned. You've seen a Jaro who pops Satanic and then gets stunned, and you can't kill him because
Yeah.
his sight gunner is just lifestealing. This may be Jack's death though.
Could be.
He's slowed. Does manage to get the stun onto Nut. Is he going to be able to TP out? I don't. He actually looks fine to me.
Doesn't have a
Yeah,
scroll, but
looks okay. Luskadoo has found him here. We have the stun. No, he is not in a good place now. The entire Radiant team,
there.
yeah, 5 versus 1. Finally enough to get a kill on him. Lucky, that's a voice line that Ross needs. Does the Wraith King have his Radiance? Yes, he does. And he has 1,000 gold to play with and Midas on cooldown. So he's going to get closer to the Blink Dagger. There's a lot of ward. Have you noticed every single ward in the game is on this side of the jungle? Anyway, we're going on that mid lane. Doesn't manage to get out just in time with the Timber Chain. Really close there. They're going back in. There's the Inkswell. Are we going to get a stun on it? There is a stun onto someone, but it's not very long. He gets forced up. Kinder Surprise popped his ultimate onto that. But Nat's just going to stand still. It's quite a tanky here. Andy Azul's a double finger of death. Kinder is going to go down to Juju at this rate. Yeah, he will. There's the Aegis, though. But we have the Hex ready from Luskadoo. We've got the Inkswell. We've got literally everything. There's no way Kinder Surprise is going to escape. But he goes down. 5 times kill streak. Nat was so lucky to get that Timber Chain off in time. And this is a big turnaround for the Radiant. Because they were, how many? Like 17 kills behind. To win a fight is definitely what you want to see.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world.
Just playing with the vision, and you can see that, as I was talking about, all the vision on the entire map is pretty much on one side.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
maybe it's. We'll definitely put the Dire bit on the back for Radiant's day up here.
It
Don't
will.
think they're a lot better with sort of playing with uncharted space.
Debate Mail is nearly level 18, so then he can have the low cooldown ultimate, which he's always dreamed of. Interesting ultimate, Wraith Kings, because it only scales in one way, but that's still so significant.
Yeah.
Just cooldown reduction is enough to turn a pretty rubbish ult into an amazing ult. I suppose it does go down 80 seconds every time you level it up. And Somewhat goes in, just going to get an easy kill onto Karen. But Jabema decides, I can't really save Karen, so I'm just going to go in and get a kill on Brex. Immediately kills Brex, and he's going to be okay. He has his ultimate, he's level 18 now, just manages to level it up. Doesn't even go down. I think going all in on Karen was not correct. I mean, that's dying for the cause, literally. And now Jabema, look at the damage Nat did with the power of the Whirling Death. And Gyrocopter, he's being held in place by the supports, but his side gunner is just getting kills. In fact, the Lion died 100% just to side gunner hits, but now Jack is in a bad situation. He is going to go down. Jabema with the triple kill. And in 25 seconds, he's going to come back to life again. If he was to go down,
There's Blink on his way.
Blink Dagger coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What does he go next on the Wraith King? I'd probably go BKB, but he could maybe get away with Sanjin Yasha.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going for an
I
AC.
feel sad.
AC? Okay, AC makes some sense. Good against Legion Commander. Gives you a whole team armor as well. Takes away armor from the enemy team, resulting in more damage done. His net worth is now on top. It's only a 4,000 gold net worth difference, so the Radiant amazingly have managed to claw this game back.
Yeah, I think Radiant's supports are very poor. It's basically what's slowing it down, which is a lot better than having it be on your course.
With a Clockwork Core as well. They get the duel in. Mystic Flare, is that enough to kill Nat? Just about. Jabema, he blinks in, tries to kill Brex, realizes now he's not in a great situation. He is going to, of course, come back to life. Out comes a Grimstroke ult. It's held them in place. Double stun. Can we get a kill onto Roids? Roids is the poorest hero in the game. Is going to go down, but Jabema, he does not have his ult. Gets glimmered. Nice play by Karen. Luskadoo does manage to get a double stun. Still has Finger of Death. Look how quickly Kinder Surprise ran through the Chakram. It's like the Chakram doesn't slow at all. Luskadoo does get hit by the Silence. It's going to go down, get stunned, and will die to the overwhelming odds. The Dire are just the absolute, you know, they just motor towards the enemy team. Do not slow down for anything.
Yeah, I like that kind of team.
And so they're showing that they're
Being
still
able to just
dominant.
challenge.
I agree. It's nice to be fast and to... it's annoying when you're stronger than the enemy team, but they just run away from you and you can't do anything about it.
That's sort of how a team that's behind can get back in front, just by choosing their fights well. You don't give them that option.
Yes, exactly. So Debate Mill has got the Hyperstone now. It also has Elven Tunic, which is a very nice item. 8% move speed, always good. Bit of attack speed and evasion. It's a very boring item. I wish they didn't make a neutral item that boring, but it's still a good item nonetheless.
Yeah. Just like... Treat is just like kind of a Yasha-ish.
Yeah, it is kind of a Yasha. A Yasha with a bit of evasion on it as well. Decent evasion on it. Oh, he's actually got rid of it. What is he sending out instead? He's sending out the Paladin Sword. So... maybe a little bit, about the same damage, but he's trading evasion and move speed for just more raw healing. Which is good, he does a lot of damage, so that's fair enough. Oh, they've broken it, Royd's just gone in, puts the cogs out. I think Royd's in a lot of trouble here, I can't see any way he's going to survive. Somewhat does get the duel on, but the duel onto Timbersaw, I don't think Timbersaw's that squishing him on, he does get hit by the Mystic Flare, Timbersaw will go down somewhat with 160 duel damage. Debate is just having a man fight against Kinder Surprise, actually manages to get the kill before dying. Now the slow comes out from his ultimate, Somewhat is going to purge it off, but Jack also with the BKB. It's a really hectic fight. It's 2 versus 3 at the moment, and they are going to bring down Debate Mill. So now the last person alive is Juju, and he had to run away. So Dire, they managed to win a fight. They did lose Clockwork quite quickly, but he died for the cause. And they lost Kinder Surprise, but it was worth it. And Somewhat with 160 dual damage now. I underestimated just how much damage he already had, so I think he can pretty much kill whoever he wants now.
Definitely, yeah. I think against the Timbersaw it's still difficult because of all the armor he'll get. He'll definitely need some help with that.
Well, it depends how quickly you attack the Timbersaw. If he goes into the fight with no reactive armor, you're only going to hit him about, 8-9 times. You're not going to hit him to 24 times to hit for him to get max stacks. So he's going for Assault Cuirass, so more attack speed and more minus armor, which goes well with the incredible amount of dual damage he's already got.
It's a great item for Legion. Sort of the passive items you get.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good item for Legion. I think the Wraith King will have Assault Cuirass up in a reasonable amount of time. That's also a very good item to obtain. Juju's hit level 20. He's doing a bit better, Juju. Net worth is it's still the lowest of the cores, but it's not that far behind. Oh no, he is ahead of Timbersaw actually by a reasonable amount. Went for reduced skeleton walk cooldown, which is actually preferred if you go for the Ag Shard, because then you can have lower cooldown skeletons up rather than 25 searing arrows damage.
It's just always good having the freedom to sort of that move speed bonus whenever you want.
I mean, I don't know how much mana regen you need on Clinks, but do you really need to take the mana regen talent at 10, a Falcon's Blade and an Orchid? That feels like 11.7 mana regen is way overkill this hero.
I think you definitely need that much mana early game because you just even when just hitting towers late game, you just chunk through your mana.
And here we go, there's an engage. Royce has started on that yet again, but the duel this time goes on to Luskadu. Just going for a quick support kill, but that's still significant. Debate Mode trying to get a return kill. Now just to kill Brex. Brex is going to die to the Radiance, but nah, he is really low, trying to survive. Out comes to the ultimate from Grimstroke. Grimstroke has already been taken down. That is on about 1 HP, just going to go down somewhat. And Debate Mode, remember, he's already reincarnated, so if he goes down here, he is dead, and I think this is all over for the Radiant team. BKB popped by Juju, but not before he got ruptured, trying to TP out, but doesn't manage to find it, and Debate Mode will go down too. So a very, very quick fight from Dire. And have you seen how Somewhat is able to blink in and pretty much instantly kill one of the supports, making it a 4v5 from the get-go?
190 damage.
Yeah, 30 damage every win. You can get and it's 60 damage a win if you go that level 25 talent. But I feel like passing up AoE press the attack is maybe not worth it. I think AoE press the attack is just too good. It's too much healing and too much attack speed for your whole team.
It becomes also a brilliant pushing ability as well.
AoE Dispel as well, pretty good. Look at the range of that stun from Lion. Whoa, Karen 4-staffs herself in. Oh no, she doesn't. She should get 4-staffed in. Was that 4-staff by Roids? Roids actually 4-staffed her in. Really impressive play. Thought maybe Karen 4-staffed herself in to go for something, go for an aggressive kill, but no, that's not what happened. The support's just being picked off a bit here. Fortunately, the hook just misses. Roids has basically never got any more farm this game. since he's Chancellor's Force-Up. But it's all Clockwork needs. He just throw himself into the fight and deal with what happens after that. Force-Up being used defensively to save his team, and the Dire are going to back off. They've still not taken the tier 1 top. They've barely even scratched it. They're going to have to take that at some point. Will allow them to secure Roche more easily as well.
Yeah. I suppose it is sort of one of the harder ones to go to. Kier getting himself a Skadi.
Have that.
3,000 health now.
It's a very tanky boy. And that's how you play Gyrocopter. Often I see Butterfly or Sanjin Yasha, but I think Skadi's a good item. Nice stats, nice to slow people. I'm guessing your side gunner also applies it, so just slowing people all the time.
That's one of the good things about side gunner. It's just a normal attack, not like a split shot or flat cannon that don't proc.
Yeah, it looks like we found somewhat. This is time for Radiant to actually get a kill. 3 times kill streak ended. Juju will enjoy that extra 500 gold which he's been given, going towards his Daedalus, so he's trying to get more damage. And that, he's found Kinder, he can use him. There's the use, going to keep him in place. Gets silenced though, he has Lotus Orb to dispel the silence. Kinder surprises pops his BKB, and Royds is engaged on Debate Mail, but Debate Mail does have his ultimate. There's a buyback from Somewhat, he is back ready in the fight. You can already see him there. He's probably going to look for a kill, and Juju's already popped the Blade Mail, he's running in. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, do I get the free dual damage? Okay, he's like, yeah, I'll just take 30 damage. Out comes the Soulbind, holding Jack in place. Jack now pops the BKB, but look how much damage Jack does. Just with his right clicks, Debatement was not expecting to die that quickly, and wow, Jack is an absolute monster. 5,000 net worth ahead of everyone. I don't think the Radiant team were prepared for just how much damage Jack was going to do.
Neither was I.
No, I completely didn't think it would be that high. He's now level 25. He went for the homing missile charges. Didn't go for rocket barrage damage, which gives you a lot more damage on it. Decided to go for move speed because he realizes that he's fed now. He just needs to auto attack.
Sort of keeping up with the Clinks and the Timbersaw.
He did go for so multiple cooldown charges. It's pretty good, and not cooldown charges. That would be too good. Homing missile charges. So now he has 3. That is very annoying to deal with in a fight.
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it used to. Oh, it used to like be more stun the longer it lasted, didn't it? The further it travelled, I suppose.
I think it still does. It still do that or not anymore?
I think it's just set stun duration.
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About time.
Oh yeah, no Ag Shard to go with the damage talent. That's 3. You can do a lot of damage with Rocket Barrage even in the late game if you go to level 20 talent and you pick up the Ag Shard. He is going for Raping, but he won't get that. I don't feel like the game might be over.
So it goes up to 760 damage, I think.
Over 4 seconds.
3. Oh no, it's not 4 seconds.
4 second duration, yeah.
Got about the extra second, so.
But still doing quite a lot of damage per second. Looks like Jack might actually go down. In fact, he does, but now Royds goes in. A lot of engagement here. Out comes the duel. Mystic Flare goes on top of the 3-man cogs. Nat has to try and escape, but Somewhat's already taken down Debate Mail's first line. However, they've lost Kinder's surprise. Somewhat is now a little bit in the middle of the enemy team, but he does have cheese. They're going to get another kill. Juju actually doing quite a lot of damage. You cannot ignore this hero now. Orchid has been used. Somewhat will run away. Bit of a messy fight, but of course the Radiant have the advantage of their towers, but Jack is large and cannot be brought down easily. There's going to be a buyback from Debate now. I think Luskaloo should buy back too. Need to try going in, but I think it's going to be tough. We've got AoE press the attack now. Debate Mode does have his ultimate in 10 seconds. Out comes a lot of homing missiles. Oh, but sends a missile back.
Lotus Orb.
Yeah, Lotus Orb is going on Jack. There goes the missile stun. It's 3 seconds stun, but Jabemo just doesn't do any damage. Although, of course, he is going to die. That is the important thing. Now he comes back to life. Gets another stun, and Somewhat is going to go down. Or I think so anyway, yeah. Good fight from the Radiant. They managed to hold their base. He got a full team wipe there, but they had to commit some buybacks for that. Jabemo and Luskadu had to buy back. And they did end up losing their tower and the range rack. So, still not a great fight from the Radiant.
Still an 18k net worth lead for the Dire.
Debate Mail just dies so quickly. When he gets 25, he actually took the talent I didn't think he should have taken. He's half the cooldown of Mortal Strike, but I felt like he actually would have been better off with the Reincarnation AoE Wraith Fire Blast. Because he dies every single fight, and an AoE stun to every single target is actually incredible.
But yeah, it's a 2-second stun and then 2 seconds of slow on top of it.
To every single target nearby. It's strong. Bit of a lag spike there, sorry. Any other heroes hitting level 25 soon? I know Legion went for AoE press the attack. Clinks has a very good set of 25. Either you get way stronger from your Death Pact, or you go for the multi-shot Searing Arrows, giving you 2 attacks instead of 1. Not sure which one I find to be better. I like the multi-shot one a lot.
Yeah, I think...
We're going on Roy's actually diving. Diving the enemy base. Did get some TPs back at least, which is something.
I'd probably go for the Death Pact stats here. I think the fights are being very split up.
Yeah, tank up and get more damage. There's a lot of
Yeah, it's kind of underfarmed at the moment.
A little bit. I think the Gyro is just so far ahead at the moment. With almost a full butterfly and more. About 7,000 gold on every hero. So he is a strong man with 130 more last hits than any other hero in the game. So he's been having a good time.
If you want to take him down, someone else isn't going to help too much.
I think the Ag Shard is really good on Timbersaw. I think that flamethrower does just a lot of damage. 90 damage per second is pretty good. Oh no, it's 90 damage per second. Yeah, lasting 7 seconds. And the debuff lingers for 3 seconds. As well as it slows.
So that's up to almost 10 seconds, so 900 damage.
Yeah, which is a
maximum per hero.
I actually found the Dragon Knight Ag Shard to be less rubbish than I thought it was, as well. And now
when you can use it,
Royds has gone in. They've gone on to Nat, and that's okay. Pops Lotus Orb early. It looks like Luskadoo is getting killed by Brex, but does manage to force Staff himself away. The fight is still raging on though, and Jack unfortunately cannot be taken down for the Radiant team, so they do have to run. Luskadoo has been seen. There comes out one more attack with the Blood Right, get the kill. Almost dying, and unfortunately he will go down to Brex. Lotus Orb does not save him, even though it will reflect one of the Arcane Flares back, Arcane Bolt back to Brex. So he managed to get a kill on both the supports, because Karen of course died a little bit earlier to kind of surprise, but there's a big cooldown because of the buyback that's been used.
Did indeed go for that Kaya. He turned it into a Yasha and Kaya, so he's got a lot of spell amp now. He's at 25.
And nearly constant 500 move speed. A lot of spell amp. I mean, that's exactly 2,000 damage in his ultimate. 2,000 damage is a lot of damage. Blade Mail's been used. Blink and BKB. Out comes the Jewel. Lotus Orb was not doing anything against the Jewel, and they have enough damage to bring that down. The Dire just going all in. There are some buybacks being thrown out by the Radiant. They have to use him, but Jabema, he gets trapped in the cogs, but he's going to be able to kill Royds, and Royds will die quite quickly. But Jack, they do not have anyone who can kill him, and no one has anything to do with his evasion. That's the problem. Out comes the Mega Creep.
He's building an MKB, but he just doesn't have the time.
No MKB on Debate Mail though. MKB on Juju, fine, but it's a little bit too late. A lot of damage going to Somewhat, but it's not quite going to be enough. Nat pops Lotus Orb, but has to run away. Karen gets immediately killed by this BKB. Gleipnir has been used, keeping both the heroes in place. Debate Mail is going to go down yet again. Nat nearly dies. Rocky doesn't quite have enough damage. And Juju, he is just too underfarmed. They're not going to be able to kill this Jack guy, not at all. He hasn't even got lifesteal in the Gyro, but look, doesn't care, just auto-attacking everyone. I think Karen's in trouble yet again. Gets hit by the cooldown, literally dying to the random missiles. Just lost vision. Otherwise that would have been a kill.
I think he was just out of range as well.
Juju managed to find a kill on Brex. Went for a little bit of an assassination. But unfortunately the super mega creeps are here. That tower has 3 HP. Out comes the Finger of Death. We'll get a kill into Somewhat. But they have lost one of their tier 4 towers. They've only got one left and it's got 587 HP. The rest you could ping this. No, you can't. The backdoor protection is actually a buff on the tower. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Is that always there? The buff on the tower?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it used to like show up as a passive.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, we're 45 minutes into this game. But I feel like now it's the Dire's game. Radiant did have some good fights, but look how farmed this Gyrocopter is. 15, 3, 16, 30k net worth, 10,000 ahead of everyone. I think he's going to be hard to bring down. He does now have a Divine Rapier, which of course is such a good Gyro
and
item.
He's got Minotaur Horn.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you're bringing this guy down. Now, 4,000 HP. He fires automatically, whether you stun him or not. And now he's got 300 bonus damage from the Rapier.
2 BKBs.
Passive Midas. Yeah, no Satanic on Gyro is quite unusual. Tend to build it a bit earlier than that. Right, maybe instead of going Butterfly and Skadi, he's actually backpacked his Phase Boots and his Maelstrom. Just going to rely on Spider Legs to give him enough move speed.
That's completely reasonable.
Yeah, now he has some lifesteal. That's going to help with the Rapier. I mean, if you think about the amount of damage he's doing, about 500. So he's going to be healing on sort of 75 every single hit at least. But once the armor, of course, takes effect, maybe a bit less. But he's an agi hero. He's got quite a lot of agi. He's got high attack speed. I don't see anyone bringing him down quickly. I think the Radiant's just waiting to lose at this point. I know it's harsh to say, but with Megas up,
yeah,
and the enemy base, you know, still got Glyph, all towers alive on full HP, all tier 3s, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them. Juju did go the multi-shot talent, which does allow him to farm out Megas a little bit faster. He did actually finish his full MKB.
Yeah. Is it going to be enough for this one last fight?
We'll see. If the Radiant engage properly, I feel like they may be able to win a fight, but I think it's just too difficult.
Clinks is going to die a lot faster now as well because the Gyrocopter just has True Sight, so the strafe is going to be...
Oh yes, the True Strike coming out from the
So
Rapier.
better.
I forgot about that. So no evasion allowed. I honestly think Jabate should have taken the Skeleton Talents, but I guess they're not very good against Gyrocopter, so maybe not. But I think the Skeleton Talents are just more fun in my opinion. More like, helps you farm, helps you push better.
But I think overall you need to... Wraith King's one of those heroes who can just like solo win a team fight pretty easily if he's got the right stuff.
If
think
he's farmed
focusing
enough,
on
yeah.
that. Looking for Roshan, here's a Refresher Shard.
Refresher Shard, okay. That doesn't have a lot of meaning for a lot of heroes on the die. I guess I would probably just give it to Legion Commander and just go for another duel.
Yeah.
Because when you've got
Double duel.
340 damage, I mean, that's more than a Rapier. Yeah, double duel is too good. And you just refresh Blink in again. There you go, AoE, rest of the attack. So Aegis onto Jack.
Giving it to the Clockwork.
What did he have to put away? He had to put away his Morbid Mask. Clockwork with Refresher does mean he can double ult, which is 4 seconds of BKB piercing stun. And then, of course, you can power cogs afterwards, which is like a 1 second stun. So you've got sort of 6 seconds of stun that can be used.
But I think for Legion Commander it's still just better.
Yep. I would always agree.
He's only got a 26-second cooldown on Hook.
Kinder pops BKB because he doesn't want to get stunned by Jabate Mail. He actually ults Nat, but the duel immediately kills Juju. Grimstroke ult is holding Jack in place, but I don't think Jack's going to go down. He might have a Rapier. No, the Finger of Death is going to be enough. But look how many creeps there are here. I think there's just too many creeps. Enterprise got to be careful. Royd's trapping everyone there. I mean, this is such a cluster. They're outside the enemy fountain. Look how quickly Karen died to somewhat and his massive right-click damage. Glyph has been used. Refresher Shard from Royds. Actually manages to pull Jabate out of his own base. Just long enough then to kill him. And GG will be called there. Ooh, having to do things manually without my stream deck is very annoying. But there we go. Get the hang of it. The viewer count pops straight up to 17, which usually means that everyone is hopping out of the game and looking at the stream. I felt like the Radiant draft was okay. The early games didn't quite go as they thought, but I think that the Dire draft was very intelligent. They had lots of good combos. You had Bloodseeker, Legion Commander, and Clockwork to lock people down, and then Skywrath and Gyro to just pour huge amounts of damage on top.
Oh yeah.
So
And they definitely knew what they were doing with the lanes as well.
They
Gyro
did.
clockwork.
Yeah, that was a good set of heroes for early kills, and they did get loads of early kills. And you can see Jack entered the game with 510 CS. The highest on the Radiant is 325, with Juju only getting 625, which is just over half the last hit. So definitely struggled. Decent damage dealt by the Clinks in Jabema. Actually very respectable numbers. But Jack was just too strong in the end, and they could not bring him down. But good try from both teams.
They're glad they subbed him in.